Hello, my darlings. I wanted to jump on here really quickly. There's been so many messages coming through from Spirit in the last couple of days. Yeah, where do I start? The first one was a channeled message that came through yesterday about an awakening wave that has been hitting our planet. And it simply is what it is. It's to awaken people, okay? To let people understand that it's time to let go of the fear, let go of everything that is not serving you, and help this beautiful path of ascension, or your beautiful path of ascension, help you raise your frequency, move into a higher vibration, and allow yourself to rise beyond what is going on in this world right now. And I wanted to share this with you because this message has been coming through actually over a few weeks, and it is a message that I feel is really, really important for all of us. A few weeks back, I was sitting here, and at night I was channeling messages through from Spirit. And the message that came through is that right now we're at an important point in time where we can shift into a higher timeline, higher frequency, higher vibration than ever before. However, what is keeping us from shifting quick enough, and Spirit said to me at the time, things are not moving quick enough. What's stopping us from moving quick enough is our fear. And where is this fear coming from? This fear is coming from what is happening in the world with the pinprick, I'll call it, and with what is happening with the virus, and with what's happening about the scaremongering, that people are dying, that people are, getting sick. And what that is doing for people, it's creating a perpetual cycle of fear. We are then held within this incredible matrix of density and fear. And we are not able to then move forward into this new timeline or help ourselves move beyond this kind of dense matrix of control that we kept in. It's interesting, I just got sent a video by a woman called Elizabeth April, and part of her message is so, and I will copy it in here as well so that you can watch it. Part of her message is so interesting because I feel like this is what Spirit's been telling me for weeks now, around letting people know that whatever you fear, you create. Whatever you don't deal with, whatever you don't heal, that persists, and it just creates this perpetuating cycle of depression and anxiety. So right now it's about, and this is where the Seraphim come in, it's about really empowering yourself with your own truth. And how do you do that? Because there's so much information out there that sometimes it's kind of diluting what your truth is, because it's diluting what you feel and what your essence is, what your proper essence is, okay, your truth is. And I asked Spirit, how can I help people? How can I explain this in a way that is really simple, so that more people can rise beyond what is happening now? And they gave me a simple example, and they said to me, if you fear getting this pinprick, which you all know what I'm talking about, if you fear getting it, and if you fear that you're going to get sick from it, you will. But if you simply say to yourself, or if you believe that even if you get this pinprick, that you are a high vibrational being of light, and that it will not touch you, okay? So it doesn't matter whether you get it or not. And some people might disagree with me, but this is what's come through from Spirit. So I'm relaying the message. When you receive this, it's not going to affect you if you are vibrating or raising your frequency to a higher level. And then you are not sitting in that fear. You're not being pulled down by the fear. You're not creating it. A lot of people have been getting sick, okay, in other families, or families, maybe some families have had the pinprick and other family members have not had it. But what's happened is they've got sick. And all of a sudden there's a fear that's spreading around whether people that have had this pinprick can actually spread the virus and make other people sick. But it is our collective consciousness of fear that is actually creating this. Now, every time we heal ourselves, every time we release a fear, every time we do anything to help ourselves move out of that space from fear into enlightenment, into healing, into consciousness, openness, a deeper understanding of what is happening. And this is all around educating ourselves in a way that we align with our truth. Every time that happens, we create a ripple effect that then moves through the whole of the collective to then upload this new information. And I feel like it's really important to understand that the more you fear something, the more you create it. So Spirit is asking you, and they've been banging on about this message over the last couple of weeks for me, and I've been like, oh, do I share it? Do I not share it? They're like, stop fearing this pinprick. Stop fearing the virus. It cannot touch you. It cannot do anything to you unless you fear it. So yes, it is very real in people's life. Yes, it is very real what is happening in this world, but it is an important aspect of us moving forward in our human evolution to be able to listen to our truth, listen to what is really true for you in your body. Whether you have the pinprick or not, that is your choice. But Spirit wants you to understand that when you are living in fear about it, you are creating that fear for yourself. When you raise your frequency above it and you are looking at what is happening in this world from a bigger picture, what is happening is not only are you raising your own frequency, you're helping other people as well, and you are igniting the consciousness of the collective energy. And right now, this is the most important thing for us to realize, that, you know, in this very uncertain time that we live in this very uncertain time we are in at the moment, where we are being locked down, where we are being controlled, where we are being told what to do, and we've lost our freedom. We've lost our sense of ourself, okay? That we go back to that space of inner inquiry, that space of what is true for you, what matters to you, what do you stand for, and rise beyond the fear of the collective, rise beyond the many stories of control and all the different things that's happening in this world, okay? If you are constantly diving deep into the news, and you are constantly reading the news, and you're constantly absorbed in the stories of what is happening and what is not happening, and, you know, who's dying and who's not dying, what is that doing for you energetically, on an energetic level? And we are all we are all connected as the collective. So whatever fear you feel, you are then uploading or rippling out to the rest of the people. You feel it. And so over the last couple of days, there has been this huge awakening wave that's hit everybody, that's hit all of us, to kind of go shake us and go, come on, wake up, guys. You are not your fear. Stop growing this fear. Stop perpetuating this fear. Stop creating this fear in you around, around all the things that's being shared in the media. And I'm not going to go there because I just don't want to go there. You know what's going on, okay? So it's interesting that my friend Jess, thank you so much for sending me this video about the Atlantean times, because I feel like that is why we were hit with this awakening wave, to wake us up to the fact that we are not going to die. It's not the end of the world. We are not going down. The earth is not going to break up into a million pieces. We are not going down that timeline. But the more we sit in fear, the more we can create that timeline. And it's interesting that Spirit's just reminding me about this video that was sent to me by my father a while ago, where this man who claims that he can see the future and he has dreams and all sorts of things. And he saw this in his dream, or he dreamed about this very time in the future where an asteroid hit the planet. Excuse me, I'm just releasing some stuff. Where an asteroid hit the planet. And he said that it broke up the planet into 1 million pieces and it was the end of the world. And this was the future of the earth and this is the way we were going. And I'm like, oh my gosh, it's just a timeline. One timeline, okay, that was shown. Now, sometimes those things come to us as a warning. It's saying, do not do this. Don't be in fear. Don't sit in fear. Don't allow yourself to create this perpetuating cycle of fear. Heal what is coming up for you. Heal your emotions. Heal all the fears that you're feeling. Like right now, people, I can feel the collective energy. There is so much fear in this world. There is so much panic in this world. There is so much craziness in this world. So we all have the ability as sovereign beings right now in this moment to choose. What do you choose? Do you want to choose a lifetime of fear, of being in control, being controlled? Or do we want to choose that essence of what is our truth? What do we want? What do we want to create? Okay. My battery is about to die. I've got about 10% left, but I'm going to try and keep this short and sweet because I really want to get this message across from Spirit and help you understand why you are feeling the way that you are feeling right now as well. This awakening wave is a deep remembrance for us to not go the way that we did in the past, okay? And this does bring us back to what Elizabeth April said in her video, where she talks about Atlantean times, where we did things in Atlantean times that created the same kind of feeling that we are feeling now, that we are being suppressed, oppressed, that we are being controlled, that we are losing our freedom, okay? And there are measures that's been put in place by the powers that be that is trying to keep us in this way. They don't want us to win. They don't want us to be light. They don't want us to be love. They don't want us to have a life of freedom, okay? Because then they cannot, and this comes down to the slavery codes, okay? They cannot keep us in that perpetuating cycle of slavery. And back in the times, and this I channeled this through probably about 2 or 3 years ago, I channeled through a client that I was working with that, you know, the Anunnaki and the slavery codes that was kind of embodied in us at that time, or the slavery codes that was ingrained within us, we are still healing that now. We are still healing these slavery codes now. It's coming up. It's coming up for us to be released. So I was told in that time that when these slavery codes, or when we were kept in this kind of matrix of control and slavery, there was a part of the Anunnaki that broke away into the light and that did not agree with what was being done. And so this part of this Anunnaki tribe, if I can call them that, thank you, Spirit, they then joined the Council of Light, and they decided that they wanted to create some sort of different way of life, okay? And that is all of these beings, the Council of Light, many, many different beings. I cannot even begin to tell you how many beings of light across the galaxies, across dimensions, across space, realms, earth realms are working behind the scenes to help us as humanity, to help us, to pull us out of this webbing of control that we are in. So right now we have to choose. Do we choose to stay in fear, Or do we choose to really rise beyond that fear, heal what's coming up, heal the emotions that's coming up, release ourselves from the fear, and move into a space where we can look at everything from a bird's eye view and start really making decisions for ourselves and for that is rippling into the collective. Now, when I say make decisions for ourselves, it's not selfish decisions. It's collective, co-creative decisions set in unity and peace and harmony and co-creation. That is what our new earth looks like. And that's where we're heading to. We are already going there. It's not all doom and gloom. But for us to get there, we have to release the old. We have to allow this death process, die off what is no longer serving us. And this comes from deep ancestral wounds, deep ancestral wounds from lifetimes past that is coming up for us now to be healed and to be released. You can feel it in your body. Most people don't know what to do with this. Most people don't know how to react to what is happening right now. My loves, all I can ask is don't push these emotions down. Let them flow through you. Be in nature. Ask Mama Nature to heal you. Connect with the earth. Simplify your life. Allow yourself to step outside of this fear. Do not be on the social media and technology 24/7. That's not going to help you. Return to simplicity where you are reading books, you're connecting with nature, you're connecting with your body, you're nurturing your body, you're nurturing yourself. The message that came through yesterday was so important around us helping ourselves in a way where we're simplifying life, simplifying everything. They're reminding me, you know, back when I was a child and I lived on a farm. I grew up on a farm where we would get up in the morning and we would open the curtains and feel the sun on our face. That was like my favorite thing to do. I didn't reach for my phone first thing in the morning. I was able to still enjoy life. And it's about really starting to enjoy the simple things in life again and recognizing that the more we are, and Spirit, I need words here, the more we go deep within technology. And I'm not saying technology is a bad thing, because it can be a good thing as well. The more we go deep into technology, into social media, into the news, and we deep dive into everything and we want to know everything, the less we're actually helping ourselves. Okay? To find your truth, simplify your life. Create space for that truth to come through you. And that is so important. We are right now in a moment, and this morning, Spirit, I was in the bathroom, in the shower, and that's how my downloads happen. And they said to me, we are in the moment of restoring biorhythms, cyclical phases, rhythms of the earth. So there's going to be a lot of earth movement happening. There's going to be a lot of earth shifting and shaping and recalibrating and all of that stuff happening. And we might see it in the physicality, or we might not. We'll definitely feel it in our bodies. Us sensitives feel the earth moving in our bodies. Okay? So we are restoring the natural cyclical rhythm of our bodies as well. And through that, whenever there's a restoration or there's a reharmonizing and rebalancing of cycles, okay, there's always a bit of a wobbliness. And I feel like this is a huge collective healing that's happening. The awakening wave is here to literally punch you in the face and go, come on. And I know that's quite brutal, but come on, guys, you know, wake up to what is going on for you. Stop pushing it down. Stop fearing everything. Stop running away from things. Stop diminishing your light. Rise into your own power, into your own truth, and allow that to come through you. And this is so important, my darlings. Go out, share it with the world. Share it. Whatever you do right now, however you help yourself, whatever responsibility you take for your life, in whichever way you are releasing yourself from fear, this has such a huge impact on the collective energy on the earth. What else is there? So we are clearing old timelines, okay? As we are releasing fear, we are clearing old timelines, old cycles, and we are in the phase of new biorhythms, creating new biorhythms. And this is all to do with the upgrade of our bodies. And as I'm talking, and I'm talking fast right now, I'm literally downloading all this information from Spirit. So I do apologize if I'm literally got like a steam train. So as we are upgrading our physical bodies and our rhythms, and that is allowing for more light to come through our bodies, that is allowing for our ascension path, our process of ascending into more light to be able to live in the new earth, right? Because we can't live at the frequency that we at, in that fear frequency. We can't move up unless we release this collective fear, unless we release the ancestral pain from many, many lifetimes past. Now, this part of this is releasing and breaking away from the matrix of control. The only way you're going to break away from the matrix of control is listening to your truth. And listening to your truth, you need to not be so absorbed in what is, you know, being put in the news and all the fluff that's out there. It's about simplifying your life, like I said, pulling away the layers of things that is really informing your choices in a way where it's not your truth, where it's not necessarily for the highest, greatest good. So come back to your soul self. Come back to your simple nature, to your intelligence, to your divinity. Come back to that. Ooh, I feel like I'm flying high like a kite right now because of this frequency that's coming through. This is not about winning or losing, okay? And I really want to state this. This is not about the darkness losing and the light winning right now. And this is an interesting concept, and I want to really explore this more, Spirit. So please give me the words. This is about understanding that we are not held back by the darkness, that we've always been powerful, that we've always been light, that we always have had the power within us to create. And so to be able to move into that light more, you have to face the shadows within you. You have to face the density within you, the fear within you. And once you face that fear, you can then look it in the eyes and go, right, this is no longer me. Who am I now? Who am I at the core of my being? Who do I want to be? How do I want to create in this world? How do I want my children? What do I want this world to look like for my children? Okay, so it's not just about you, but it's also about this future that you are creating through your energy, through the choices that you make now. And my loves, you have the power within you. And I'm not going to call it power. Spirit's like the intelligence. You have the intelligence within you right now to make these right choices by listening to what is truthful that's coming through you and not being influenced by whatever there is that's influencing you, okay? But by solidly sitting in your own resolve, in your own essence, in your own love, and being able to then share from that space. That is so, so important. So it's not like you getting out your sword and fighting the darkness. You are simply requesting and commanding what is needed, or what it is that you desire right now. You're choosing for you through this. And the more you choose for you, the more you are releasing yourself and your family and your loved ones and everyone around you. You're releasing them from this matrix of control. And so we are creating our future at the same time. So I feel like I want to leave it there, and I'm going to leave it with this note that just know that you are not alone and you are being so supported. There are incredible amounts of light beings, of beings that are working for Earth, that are celebrating our how far we've come, that are celebrating you know, the small steps that we're taking. We sometimes as human beings can only see the darkness, can only see the dread, can only feel our how we drag down into pain, and we only feel our pain because that's what we've experienced. And I'm not trying to diminish it, because it's very real. It is real in this reality. But what we can do right now is to create a new world through releasing that fear, releasing that pain, releasing that density, and bringing in shining light. My loves, all of you hold within you light that is here to heal this planet, heal this earth, heal the collective. Put your hands on the earth, send your light into the earth, and ask for density and darkness to be dissolved. Ask for ancestral pain to be dissolved, okay? Ask for any fears that is associated with control and mandates and nonsense and fluff. Ask for all of that to be dissolved now across all time, space, dimensions, and reality. Simply request and command what you want now and build the future from that space forwards. Do not look back. Don't look back. Yes, to be able to heal our fears, sometimes we have to acknowledge, we have to bring to consciousness, okay, to be able to move and shift it out of our energy. But then don't stay there. Don't think about, oh my goodness, my pain, my pain, my pain, my fear. Don't think about the bad things that happened, because yes, bad things happen to good people, okay? But in the end of the day, we all have right now, we all have, as souls, have agreed to come here at this moment to be able to shine a light on this world in a way like never before. We have this incredible power within us. So my darlings, thank you, Spirit, for that message. Thank you, Jess, for sharing that video and for giving me the kick up the butt to really share this message that's been coming through from Spirit for weeks now, and I feel like it's important. So feel free, if you want to share this message, if you want to tag anyone into this group, if you, you know, whatever feels good for you. I send you so much love, my darlings, and yeah, I hope to see you very soon. I'm sure I'm going to start downloading some more information, so I'll be in here again soon. Sending you lots of love, honey. Thank you so much for being on the live, guys. I really appreciate it. Mwah, lots of love. Bye.